today with Ubisoft. Dan here is one of the developers of the game. White Magic, Clash of Heroes there. It's going to be a great game. It's got Xbox Live here. We're going to talk with Dan as well a little bit about it. You know, here at C2E2, I think we're going to have a blast playing this game. We're going to get a bit of time in it here, and let's have some fun with it and see what Dan has to say about it.
You know, with Ubisoft as it is, I mean, it's a huge company. You know, with the Ubisoft Montreal, great series of the Assassin's Creed, and now with Splinter Cell and everything like that. You know, I think this is kind of a step in the right direction, especially with the fantasy aspect, because you know, I don't think Ubisoft's really shown its fantasy muscle, so to speak.
Right. Well, that's what we're hoping. I think, you know, this feels like you know, the next step in a new direction for the series. I mean, I think this has the chance to bring in old fans who, you know, have their favorite factions, they have their favorite characters, and then bridge the gap between people that have never even heard of Might and Magic. And I think that is really an exciting possibility, that we could be seeing not just more Clash of Heroes, you know, part 2, part 3, whatever, but spin-offs, other games, other forays into the universe. It's a very rich universe that we have there. I mean, it's been around for a long time. There's a lot of history, there's a lot of fans, so I think it would be really exciting to branch out and sort of probe all the corners of the lore and mythology and find new gameplay elements, you know. So I absolutely agree. I think this is the right time.
Okay, yeah, we're ready. Alright, we're here today with Ubisoft, and Dan here is one of the developers of the game. Might and Magic, Clash of Heroes there. It's going to be a great game. It's got Xbox Live here. We're going to talk with Dan as well a little bit about it. You know, we're here at C2E2. I think we're going to have a blast playing this game. We're going to get a bit of time in it here, and let's have some fun with it and see what Dan has to say about this game.
This is the adventure map. So this is the second component of the game, where you have your character, you're running through the world, you're taking on quests, you're, you know, getting faced with these impossible odds, and that leads us into battles. So you navigate by the node-based system, you find loot, you find artifacts, you go to dwellings and buy more units, and that leads us into the meat of the game, which is the puzzle battle system. So I'll just get into a battle and show you that.
Now, how long has this taken to develop?
We've been working on this for several months. The DS version took quite a while. We really took our time with it, and Ubisoft allowed us to take our time with it, which is really cool. I mean, they've been behind us 100% from the beginning, so that's been really great. I mean, we really, you know, took our time, put a lot of love into this, really made sure that the system was solid, and then moved ahead. So and I think the result is, you know, a really kick-ass game. But now with this version, it's like there's no more discovery time. We know the game works. We played it. We know it's awesome. People really liked it. So now it's just about like just exploding into that next level with beautiful HD visuals, picking up the multiplayer component, and then the really cool thing is getting the chance to tweak the little things that might have been off. You know, the artifact that was too powerful, the boss that was too strong, the unit that was too weak. That's a really unique position we're in. Like, usually you make a game, you ship it, it's out there, and that's it. And you always get the feedback, but your hands are tied. You're like, oh, why didn't we do this, or why didn't we have enough time, or that's a great idea from this fan. And this is a really cool thing where we get to go back, you know, take all that feedback in from reviewers, from fans, from message boards, from ourselves even, and just dial those things up or down to make it that much better. So that's the multiplayer, and it's sort of just tweaking those things to make it even more awesome is like our main focus. And then, I mean, our studio is known for beautiful hand-drawn visuals and pixels. I mean, that's our passion. So we're doing the same thing we did with this game, we did with Critter Crunch. I don't know if you know that game. It's our PSN game that came out, last fall. I mean, our goal is to sort of blur the lines between game and, you know, animated movie. You know, so we have hand-drawn animation for all our attacks and our idols, and, you know, painstaking hand-drawn process. You know, no flash, you know, no procedural attacks. It's like we have guys drawing every little frame, and some attacks can have up to like 100 frames of animation. So yeah, we're really passionate about bringing that, like, a watermark of visuals, and we're doing the same thing with this game that we tried to do with Critter Crunch.
Give me a second. So who are the, were there any particular animators or rather artists you brought in for this?
It's everyone from our own studio. The lead animator on this game is Kiko, and he was the lead animator on Critter Crunch. He's a bigger team now. On Critter Crunch, it was just him doing all of the animations for the characters and the gameplay, and then another artist, Sylvain, doing all the backgrounds. And this time it's a bigger team. Right? Kiko's the lead, and we have like an amazing team of artists in our office who are putting their blood, sweat, and tears into these visuals. And it's always like a really big deal when a new animation comes online in the office. It's like, oh, this guy's been static for a week. Oh yeah, the zombies got a new animation. Everyone huddles around and it's like, boom! Like it's a really exciting, event.
I mean, it's just a great job.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, everyone is working, really hard on taking the game we've already made. We know is awesome, and just making it that much more awesome.
I think what's going to be the most interesting point about this is it's going to be, how much is it going to be?
Another Ubisoft question. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm curious myself. But what I do know is that, like I said, we've got a game that has 30 hours, 40 hours of content, really strong multiplayer. So I know whatever it is, it's going to be, value for dollar for sure. I mean, this isn't a game you're going to play for 2 hours and it's done. I mean, this is a big game.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing that a lot of the games are nowadays. They seem a lot shorter, especially the amount of money you're putting into it. And I'm talking not Xbox Live, I'm talking like the regular discs.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, and I think for certain games it works. Short and sweet, action-packed. I think for a game like this, where there's a lot of things to learn, you get eased into it. You have favorite units. I think you want to spend a lot of time with a character and with an army and sort of build them up. I think that's traditionally, strategy games, tactical games, they're a bit longer. We've definitely stayed with that tradition.
Cool. And you also get video of the whole process.
I'm totally. Oh, I'm gonna use my spell again. Sweet. I'm gonna use it to knock this out. Oh.
That's not good.
I'm in serious trouble, so I'm going to sacrifice this unit and hope that it keeps me alive.
Other events, or you could end up on.
Okay. I got one. I got to pull this out.
You got lucky.
Somebody just learned.
Not to sound crude, but it looks like you're boned.
Yeah. Well played.
Thank you. Ooh, good attack.
It's good, but I'm in some serious trouble over here.
Hopefully you can get your bear to attack.
Well, I'm gonna make the formation, but it's pretty much dead in the water. It's just gonna hopefully slow these guys down enough. No, it's not.
Ouch.
Defeated. So yeah, I mean, you can see how when playing with a friend or someone online, there's a really juicy competitive, aspect to this. A little bit chess. It's got that you can hang back and really analyze your board, or you can just attack. And I think you're going to see a lot of strategies coming head to head, differing strategies. Certainly, that's the way it goes in the office. We got guys that wall up, and it's frustrating. You're trying to get through them. We got other guys that are just making fast attacks all the time, and they're just you're on your toes the whole time. So we're really excited to see this game go live and check out the multiplayer battles that are out there.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, just from what I'm seeing, you could easily spend 30, 40 hours, no problem playing it easily.
It's very addictive. It's very addictive. It's one of those games where it's just okay, just one more battle. I'm this close to leveling up, just a little bit more. You play 3-4 battles, and it's one of those kinds of games.
4 o'clock in the morning, you have to get to work the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least with you guys, you just roll into the office, another great game. I mean, this is the best of both worlds on this.
Yeah, that's true.
I just want to thank you very much for taking the time.